Thanks, Poisoned. Did not know I was muted. I might also be loud there. Mic settings are all fucked up. Okay. So, as I was saying, is we are going to be breaking down real stars. If you weren't here, Poison, I would be talking for like fucking 30 minutes without anyone hearing anything. So thank you so much. Anyway, we're gonna be breaking down stars that we know of that's in the Starfield game, and then comparing those with the real life stars that exist in our universe. And so this is a program that I will link in the description when the stream is over. That someone made. He charted out all the stars, whatever that's was shown in the preview. I'm going to be using this, and then there's another star program that we're going to use, and then if we need more details on certain stars, we can just go to Google. But I'm just going to pick random stars. Like, so starting off, this is Sol. This is where we are, so we can just look at like the closest star is Alpha Centauri. I already did a 14-minute video on that, so we're not going to do that. But we can look at 61 Cygni or whatever right there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this up. This is another this program just kind of like gives you a general view of like the night sky, and you can type in whatever stars or sky formations or whatever you want to look at, and it will kind of give you like a detailed just distance, like distance, what it's made of, stuff like that. You can see all this stuff on the left here. And we're going to be looking at the stars. So we can go to the search window here, and it was 61 Cygni, which I was kind of playing around with this earlier, so I already have it locked in there. I don't know why it's not taking me there, though. That's interesting. Maybe, let's see, let's try this again. Let's click off of it, and maybe, hold on, let's see, maybe it's because the ground, is that why? Because it's below the surface. No, it should take me straight there. Let's just try a different one then. I guess we'll try a different one. I need to go back to this. We can try Altair. ALT air. Okay. There we go. See, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to take you straight to the star, and it gives you a description and stuff like that. So it's a seven. It's a. I guess I don't know if that's a. It seems like a large star. Maybe it's not. Its color. Oh, we can bring that up too. We'll do that in a second here. But I think the major like thing you really want to know is where's the distance. So this is 16 light years from Earth, and it's yeah. This is the OnlyFans. You get to look at all these balls right here in the sky. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's pull up it's a double star, it's pulsating. So in Starfield though, I'm assuming that it's just going to be a single star. This says it's a double star, so there should be, uh, I guess that would mean a binary star system, but I don't know. I don't think Starfield will do that. 16 light years, that's a morning rub. Uh, yeah, I guess. Oh, morning run. Okay. Your autocorrect's a little different there, Tom Funami. Let's pull up Google and go to, what is it? Star color index, and this will tell us see. Pull this up here. So this is just a kind of a chart that tells you like the type of. Oh, hold on, my face cam's blocking that. Well, I can do this. I should move that down there a bit. So this chart just tells you the like the color of the star, and the way you can read this is it gives you the color index here, which is a B through V. So you just go to the chart. So you're looking at B through V, and then it gives you the number, which is 22. So then you would look for, it's positive 22, I should say. And you would look for like a number around there. So it looks like it's maybe this class type of its color is FOV. And does it say, let's just confirm that. Sometimes it says that also in here, but I could be reading that wrong too, like 100%. So I did that earlier and it seemed to work out. But anyway, its colors index is that, and I think that means it's FO. Yeah, so it's going to be in between a white and a blue star. Yeah. And I mean, that seems to line up with the general view here that we got. We can go to Google now and Google this star and see. Oh, let's turn on planets. I don't think there's going to be an exoplanet here, but you never know. Let's see. How do we do that? Yeah, so there's no exoplanet there. If there's an exoplanet here in this program, it would show like a little green circle around it. So we haven't found an exoplanet there. Doesn't mean there's not one there in real life, but we just haven't seen it. So we can go to Google now and actually Google this star and see if there's any interesting facts about it or anything like that. Okay. This is just what Google says about it. Let's go to Wikipedia because it's always right. Oh, it's also, let's see, what is this constellation that it's in? This is in, while we're here, we might as well see what constellation it's in. The Aquiel constellation. There's an exoplanet not too, oh, maybe that is farther away, but at least there's another star system. Let's see, where's the distance? 200, okay, that's farther away. Never mind, I was gonna say there's an exoplanet close to it, but it's not. So, let's see, it's the brightest star in the constellation Aquiel, and it's the 12th brightest star in the night sky. Oh, so it's the 12th brightest star. Okay. That's pretty cool, I guess. 16 light years, 5 parsecs. Is there anything? It rotates rapidly with a velocity at the equator, approximately 200. This significant fraction of the star's estimated breakup speed is 400. I wonder if there's any artifacts during the space race. Are you talking about like human artifacts that are like out there just floating around? Is that what you're saying? So it's rotating rapidly. I'm wondering if like maybe Starfield can I don't know how they're going to show, if they would show that, how they would show that in the game, but maybe they could show the star actually spinning fast. Yeah, Lewis, I was kind of wondering that too. Like, it would be cool to just like find Voyager and stuff like floating out there, or just like a random satellite that just got lost or in orbit or something, and you just like pick it up. I think that would be cool, but again, that's where I was coming back to the point during the show is like, I don't know how much of open space you're gonna be able to explore, so it would have to be an orbit of something. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just, it seems like its most interesting thing is that this rotates really fast, I guess. Um, is there any interesting mythology about it? I mean, that's a lot of words that I don't feel like reading right there. Yeah, I think that we will be able to see like the moon land or something because they saw the Opportunity rover on Mars in one of the shots and stuff. Oh, except actually the moon lander's in a museum. There's a Starfield trailer where the you can see the moon lander in the museum. It could be a copy, but you never know. Anyway, let's move on to a different star, see if we can't find anything more interesting. Let me minimize that. And bring back up this. Let's pick a really far away star, or at least seeming far away. Tau Ceti is an interesting system. Actually, let's break that down because that's a really interesting system. Um, yeah, let's just go straight back to the because that system has exoplanets that we know about. See, let's go to the search bar. I think is that the right system? That might not be. I don't think that's right. Where's that other shit? TAU. Oh, CETI. Okay. Maybe that's what I did wrong. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong here? Custom object type. Oh, is that the right system? Oh, yeah, yeah, it is. Exoplanets. Here we go. Why was it not showing? Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm dumb. It has the orange circle. Orange circles means it has a life or Earth-like planet, I believe, and that's Tau Ceti has that. And Tau Ceti is where's the distance? 11 light years, so it's not too far away. I believe this is the closest Earth-like exoplanet system that we know about, at least right now. Don't bring that up. I'm trying to bring back up my Google thing here. Yeah, speaking of Easter eggs, there's another, before we finish this, we can go back here. So we know that Wolf 359, that star system, is going to be in Starfield. And if you're a Star Trek fan, that system is where the humans or the Federation and the Borg first had a giant battle, was in Wolf 359. So it'd be cool to see just like a Borg ship or a Star Trek ship just floating around that system. But that could be a cool Easter egg. Anyway, Tau Ceti, it's rotating because we are in live view right now, and the Earth is rotating. Let's see, is there any? Okay, so it has, according to this, has 4 exoplanets. I don't know. This should be up to date. So I believe it's. Let's see. Do we? It tells you how the planets were discovered, like the different types of telescopes and the way they discovered it. Um, I think it may be E or F is the Earth like. I can't remember though. Anyway, let's Google that because we got some. Google will have a shit ton more to say about that than I could ever could. um, let's Google its planets first because that's kind of the interesting thing about this. Let me pull this up here. Planet. This is from NASA, so you know it's legit. It's a government website. Explore alien worlds. Tau Ceti E is a super Earth exoplanet that orbits a G-type star. Its mass is 3.93 Earth, so it's about 4 times the size of Earth. It takes 162 days to orbit, so it's about half a year. So it's not. Yeah, discovered in 2017. It's a super Earth. Oh, it's 1.8 times the Earth estimate, I guess. Its mass is just... Oh, the sun's... Wait, the G-type star, its mass is... I think it's seeing the star's mass is 4 Earths, maybe. This is, I guess, a NASA interpretation of what that planet would look like. I was trying to see if it showed the star in this, let's see, system view here. Yeah, here we go. So you can see our sun is all the way over there. Tau Ceti, and then it was E is the planet that is the super Earth. And it is, I thought it went, why is it starting at G? I thought planets' names were AB and then it would be AC and then, or AAABAC from the star or whatever, but for some reason it's E. Here's the actual star of the Tau Ceti system. It doesn't really tell you much more about it, actually, so that kind of sucks there. I guess this is other stars that you can look at. Is there anything we can interact with here? It says we are 12 light years from Earth. That's correct. Can we click on the other planets? See, that's Tau Ceti E. That's the super Earth. And shit, I need to go back to system view. I hate how this rotates. Tau Ceti H. Tau Ceti H is a potentially rocky world larger than Earth. That's what I was assuming, Poisoned, is when Todd said there's over 1,000 explorable worlds or whatever. I'm assuming he's counting moons, but they're also not going to include every moon because, like, Saturn has, like, a fucking 100 moons or some shit. So it's like, realistically, they're only going to pick, like, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, maybe. And it's going to be, like, moons they can do interesting stuff with. Like, I think Io orbits Saturn, and maybe is Europa around Saturn? I don't remember, but those are some interesting moons that are in our system, at least. We actually, I don't think we've ever discovered a moon outside our solar system. Like, it's assumed that, like, all our planets really have moons, so it's most likely some of these exoplanets are going to have moons. Why wouldn't they? But I don't think we've ever seen one because moons are a lot smaller than planets, so they're hard to detect. Okay, we clicked on that one. I did that same one. So we went Tau Ceti H and E. Let's go Tau Ceti G. I believe that's correct, Fuzzy. I don't know. I don't know where all the moons are. I know the names, but I couldn't tell you what planet they're around, or at least most of them. Tau Ceti G is potentially rocky world larger than Earth. So we got potential Earth-like or potentially rocky worlds. They don't know for sure, but they're bigger than Earth. So Tau Ceti's looking like a good system that could be it could have a lot of interesting stuff for compared to Starfield. You have an Earth-like planet, a super planet, and you have 2 other rocky worlds. So this could be a good system for them to put a bunch of shit in. That's why I always thought that, but we haven't really seen anything unless if like Fish City or some shit's here. But I think they've already gave us the locations of all the major cities, and they didn't really mention this system. So it could have its own name maybe in Starfield. Let's go to another. Let's see, I need to bring back that. Now let's just pick a. Oh, we can do one of the other known systems. There's a Narian, which is in Starfield, and then there's Jaffe 18 Scorpii. Let's do that one. It's a little farther from Earth. Let's just go here. So, if you're interested, let me turn on ground here. So if you're in the United States, at least right now, you could go outside, look up into the south, kind of east, southeast section. You could look up if it's dark enough and you don't have light pollution, and you could see Tau Ceti. You get let your eyes adjust. Maybe you need a telescope. I don't know, but if you could, if you can pick out stars and draw constellations out of them in real life, you could see this system. So that's kind of cool. I like doing stuff like that. If you look for Jupiter and you look to the right, you see some other big stars, and you can look down. That's a good way to line it up. Anyways, 18 Scorpii. I keep closing my YouTube chat here. Talking about moon cheese. What the fuck is going on in chat? It's Saturn's largest moon and second in our solar system, by the way. Are you talking about Titan poisoned? Or oh yeah, I see it now. I got you. I'm up with you. 18 Scorpii. So this one is just below the horizon on the west. So we need to turn off the ground here. Look at all those exoplanets over there. That's cool. Let's see, it's just below the whatever the fuck that, however you say that, constellation is. 18 Scorpii. It's another double star. So again, in Starfields, I don't think there's too many binary systems that at least they've told us about. Maybe we'll see those in game. But it is another double star. And let's see. There's this color index. You can look that up, but you can, as you can see, it's kind of like a whitish, yellowish kind of color. And its distance. Distance is 46 light years, so it's the farthest star that we've looked at right now. And let's go to the Googles, and we can see if there's any more interesting information about that. And this is in the kind of the west. This is a really tiny boy, so it's going to be hard to see. Yeah, I don't know what started the moon cheese thing. Probably some cartoon or some shit. Let's pull up 18 Scorpii. What do we got here? 18 Scorpii. Solitary star located at 46.1 light years, 14 parsecs. It's a G-type star. 18 Scorpii. What is this? A billion years? Oh, so is it saying it's a young star here? 18 Scorpii is a relative, shown relative to our sun and solar's twin. Age in billion years. So it looks like it's a young star, maybe? Anything kind of sticking out here to me? Search for planets. It was identified in 2003 as one of the most promising nearby candidates for hosting life based on her analysis of Habitat list of stars. This solitary system and does not display a level of excess interfered emissions. It otherwise would suggest the presence of uncondensated circumstellar matter, such as a debris disk. Yeah, that's a lot of big words there. But I don't think it has any. Yeah, it doesn't have any planets. So why would I guess it because it's relatively sun-like, maybe because that's maybe why they thought it would have a good chance of life. In 1986, included her review the stars most similar to the sun. Oh, okay, so that's an interesting fact, I guess, is it's kind of like our own sun. So that's a maybe that's why Starfield chose that as another one of their Like, I don't know if that's where the civil another city is or not, but it could be. If it's in the Jaffe system, that could be why they kind of chose that for Starfield. So we can go. Let's try to try to see if there's any more interesting stars that stick out to me that I know about. Like Tau Ceti, Barnard's a famous star. Wolf 359, Alpha Centauri. Those are just because they're really close. Tau Ceti is famous because it's the closest exoplanet. Uh, oh, you're all talking about the moon cheese thing? Yeah. I'm not seeing this. This program is really annoying to like rotate the camera. Let's see where we. Let's see the farthest star. Maybe we can pick. Farthest one looks like. Maybe we can just choose some random shit. They had a lot of Scorpio stars. So that's interesting. Let's choose a random star. HD. Let's see. Can I click on it? HD 153631. I'm not gonna remember that, so I'm probably have to look back at that. HD 153651. Is that it? 153651. Let me go back to HD 153631. 631. HD 153631. Wow, that's a far bitch. Distance 160 light years. It's quite dim. It's just a star, so it's a singular star, so it's not a double star. This would be in the west direction, southwest. It's in that big constellation there. It's not too far off from like Scorpio 18 or whatever. It was like right over here. So let's see. We can Google this. Probably not going to be anything too interesting about it, just because like most of these HD 15363 shit like that. Most of the time, those are just kind of stars that don't really have much information about it. We just kind of know it's a star, but we can Google it and see if anything comes up about it. Let's see, HD 153631. Sky map. That's just telling you how to find it. See, here's the NASA documentation. Okay, this is some fancy shit here that is way above. So I think this is how they found the star. I'm pretty sure. What they do is wait, no, that's how they find planets. I don't know what the fuck this is. I was about to talk out my ass there. I think this may be how they detect like what type of light or radiation it is or some shit. I don't fucking know. uh Radial velocity. This is some fancy shit here. Okay, this is just a bunch of different ones. That's a bunch of different star names right there. I did not expect to get this deep. I'll be honest with you. This is too much for me to understand in a YouTube section. Let's back out of this. And is there anything that's like, hey, normal human, can you understand this? I, What's the table name? It was like radial velocity. I can go back to it. This one doesn't really have a name, but this is also different stars here. The one that we were looking at is not even on this chart right now. Radial velocity. I think that's how fast it spins, maybe, or some shit. And then there's phase. So again, our star that we were looking at is not even on that chart. I don't. Here's the one we were looking at. It was right here. How many? Okay, there's a lot of 147 pages. We're not doing that. Here's a random website that you can trust because it's a random website. What does it have to say about it? Doesn't look. There's a lot of. It's a bad font, bad website, and a lot of text. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's one of those HD stars, so it's kind of hard to get information on those. I think evidence for a stellar dust filament. Filament? Oh, filament. I said that right. G stars 100 light years. Okay. Well, we can always go find a better star to look at. But it's interesting that they have even like these small stars that no one's ever heard of in the game. Advanced astronomy education, I would not say that. I'm kind of just going along here. What do we got? We can look at another fancy star, maybe. Let's go to Barnard star. Why not? Let's go back to here and we go search window, Barnard star. So this is in the west. See, where's the ground level? That's pretty high up in the air or in the sky, so you could. Although the supermoon, yes, we got a really bright moon out tonight, so this would be a bitch to see. It's also a very dim star. If you have good, like low level light pollution where you don't have a lot of light. Oh yeah, I got you. The star tables and shit. Yeah, if you have good low level light pollution and the supermoon wasn't here, like you could go out and take a photo of this. Like that's really cool. But you got to live in a good area and not have a lot of trees and shit. And you don't want the moon to be that close to it and that bright. You could take a photo of the galactic core. That's what this is called, is the galactic core. This like cloudy stuff in the sky. Okay. So Barnard's star, it's a rotating variable star. What does that mean? A rotating variable star. So it means it's rotates and it's variable. So I'm wondering if its light is fluctuating. See, also before we get back to this is the shit I'm looking to see in Starfield. It's just like when you're out in space, like can you see like the galactic core? Can you see these nebulas and shit like that? That's what I want to see in Starfield. And how accurate is it? Is it like, yep, that's where that should be, or is it just like some random colors they kind of added to the skybox? Distance is about 6 light years, 5.96. Color index is 1.58, so it's like an orangish, yellowish, reddish star here. It's probably it looks like a small star too, so it's probably old, I would guess, because it doesn't look very bright. Yeah, someone speaking of the Skyrim menu, I think someone back in the day, like that was actually like a real skybox. So someone mapped out like where the Skyrim planet would be in space or some shit based on the stars that they had. Yeah, see, Froggy, that's kind of stuff I'm wanting to do is like visit the stuff that's not just planets and random stars. Like visit pulsars, visit quasars, visit binary stars that are like ripping each other apart, stuff like that. We can Google Barnard star. I think this is like some kind of. I think this is like a one of the. I don't know. We'll see. I'm talking to my ass again. Let's Google it. Barnard star. Pull this up. Bring this over. It's a small red dwarf. Yeah, so it's not that bright. It's the fourth nearest known individual star to our sun after the three components of Alpha Centauri system. It's the closest star in the northern celestial hemisphere. I'm sure Pluto will be in there just because it's in our solar system and it's like a more of a known thing. Like I'm sure most of our solar system's gonna be there, except like all the like 100 fucking moons on Saturn shit. Like that stuff won't be there. We'll have a few moons, but they won't have a lot. So, named after astronomer E. Barnard, discovered in 1916. Um, is there anything super? Oh, there's a super Earth orbit. Wait, hold on. What do we got going on here? Barnard star B. But is Barnard star B? That's does it say this shit has planets around it? I don't see. For a from 1963 to 70, a substantial number of astronomers accepted the claim that Peter had detected by using astronomy. Oh, so it looks like they thought that it had planets here, maybe. Um, but it was a error that in his data, I guess. Yeah, okay. So in November 2018, they denounced that the planet had or the star had some planets there. See, I think Pluto still has since it's like a more of a known thing, like they can kind of it's probably just gonna be a rock you go to and mine shit. It's probably not gonna have too much stuff there, but it's in our system, so I would expect it to be kind of in the game. We got anything else interesting about this? Uh, yeah, well, that's Barnard's star. It's a star in the system, and yeah, it's in Starfield. Barnard's star, everybody, right there. I want to see. I don't think. Uh, don't see it on here. But one star, I'm hoping that's in the game. We can show it here. I think it's relatively close. We'll see how far away it is. If it's not, we'll. Is Betelgeuse? Let's see. 500 light years. Never mind. But Betelgeuse makes up the shoulder of Orion, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, the shoulder of Orion. Orion's belt right here. This is like the most famous constellation. Everyone knows Orion. There's Orion's sword. And Betelgeuse makes up the shoulder. And what's so special about Betelgeuse? This isn't going to be in the game because it's 500 light years away. But it'd be cool. This is a star that is believed to be dying and could go supernova at any minute. And some people have thought that it may have already went supernova. It could have went supernova 500 years ago, and we wouldn't know because that's how long it takes light to travel to us. But it's been getting dimmer, I believe, and like increasing its brightness like quickly, and then like going super dim and stuff like that. So it's like light has been pulsating, and scientists believe that it could be going supernova soon. And if this goes supernova, it could like be tomorrow, and we could look up and we would see a giant like ball of light in the sky, and it would just be Betelgeuse that went supernova 500 years ago. It wouldn't do anything to us, but it would just be in our sky for a couple months, they said, and it would look like just a giant ball of light. It'd be pretty cool. How the hell do UAC and the Freestar Collective police space? I would assume they would have bases set up on random planets. I guess. I don't know. Is there anything in Orion's belt that could, or Orion that could distance 2,000 light years, 800 light years, 900? About Orion's sword, 2,000, 5,000. Yeah. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to go to anything in Orion. Yeah, Froggy, that's what like a lot of people don't understand. Like, fucking space is fucking big, bro. Distance 800, 225 or 252 light years. Yeah, it would be easier to see in the nighttime, Lewis. But even in the daylight, you would be able to see the supernova of Betelgeuse. It would almost look like kind of a. It would be. I think it's like would be kind of like the size of the moon. Just a ball of light. It would be a lot dimmer in the day because our sunlight would block it out, but you would still be able to see it. And then at nighttime, it would be it would be like as bright as our moon. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what people kind of theorize. There may be. I know I saw an article about it a long time ago. Let me see if I can't pull up because someone made like an artist rendition of it. If I could spell, that would help. Betelgeuse supernova. Um, see if I can't find it. What would it look like? Maybe if I Google that. I'm not seeing. Where the fuck did I see this? Hmm. Well, shit. I'm going to make a note of Betelgeuse, the star supernova thing, right? Wait. I'm going to make a note. Betelgeuse is the star and supernova thing, right? Yeah, poison. That's what I was talking about. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but yeah, Betelgeuse could go supernova, and you would be able to see it from Earth. See, here's a BBC article. Maybe this is where I saw it. Um, so this is kind of what I was talking about. This is from a YouTube video, so I don't know how it is, but this is kind of what it looked like. The artist rendition thing. It just looks. It wouldn't be this bright. It was more like a cloudy kind of light, but that's like the closest thing I can find to it, like right now. That's some random YouTube video, so I don't know where they got that from or what they did, but that's kind of what I was talking about. Yeah, so it's basically like a second moon, but it's almost gonna look like a glowing cloud because it wouldn't be solid. So it would just be like a really bright, cloudy looking thing. Back to Orion. Is there anything that's red? Oh, 26 light years right here on Orion's bow. Tabit. 26 light years. It's a double star. This could be in Starfield. I didn't see it in that list earlier, but I think Starfield's range is like about 100 light years, so that's kind of where I'm trying to find close objects. So this could be, again, they're not gonna have every star, so, but I'm trying to think of named, like, kind of more famous and actually named stars besides just random letters and words. Tabit, we can Google this here and see what comes up. Tabit star. What do we got here? That's P3I Orion. Okay, so yeah, that's just like its designation. It's also, or its real name. Here's what it's most commonly named as, I guess. Um, there's not really a lot about it. I mean, just like in the Wikipedia page already. The Universe's Guide. Hmm. Yeah. Well, there's not much about this. It doesn't seem to be. I don't know what the that's an awesome website. Just a yellow fucking background and lots of words. That's the University of Illinois. So that's what you get there. It's just like I'm roasting fucking websites. Anyway, I need to go to Orion. Like in the winter, like when winter comes around. Like if you look up, I think it's like in the north at night or something like that, or maybe the west. I don't remember. But if you can look up and you can easily pick out Orion with the naked eye, it doesn't take. You don't have to be really fancy to pick up Orion. A lot of people can see that. Sirius, which I know is in Starfield, it was on that other page we were talking about. This is, I think, people refer to this as the North Star, I believe. It's the brightest star in our, or that we can see besides our own sun. I think, right? Yeah, eight layers. I thought it was pretty close. I was trying to remember. Keep losing my YouTube. What faction am I going to join? I'm not gonna join the UC Collective or Freestar. I know those are like the two main factions. I'm gonna work with them to do their quest, and I'm gonna be like a double agent for everyone. But my main group that I'm probably gonna end the game with is the Constellation, because they're ones that with the artifacts and they're about exploration. So if you can only choose one and you can't like, and it forces you in that path, it's gonna be the Constellation. I kind of want to go with the. I want to go with the, uh, fucking United Collective or what the fuck it's called. I can't remember now, but they're more like Federation like, so that's why I want to go with them. But at the same time, I don't really care about their like exo animal biology shit that they were a part of. I want to go more for mechy stuff, like the Freestar Collective. Freestar Collective sounds cool, and they had a bunch of mechs, so I like what they do over there, but I don't I don't know. It's tough. Sirius, brightest star in our night sky besides our own like sun and stuff that we can see. It's 8 light years away. I'm pretty sure this is what they always say is the North Star. Yeah, the UAC, the United something colonies, right? Yo, fun speculation. Um, so we can Google Sirius. There's no exoplanets. Let's see. What is this? This is distance 64 light years. It has an exoplanet around it, and it's in the same constellation as Sirius. But we can Google this and get some more information. Let's pull that over here for a second. Sirius star. The brightest star in our night sky, so I got that right. I remember that. It's a binary star system, so this has 2 stars in its system. But yeah, this is the OnlyFans preview. So this is a binary star system, which is cool, but again, I don't think we've seen that in any Starfield promotional material or whatever. Maybe they're like saving that as like a surprise thing. But we have not seen any binary stars, star systems at least. It's always been singular stars, so they're kind of removing the second star or even the third star. There's trinary star systems. I'll show you what those look like for those that don't know. Binary star, just so you can get a general idea. Images. So a binary star, this would be kind of like an orbit path for them. You would have planets that could orbit each other. The orbits are going to be really wonky for these. There's a lot of more of the star systems that we see at night are actually binary stars. I'm pretty sure it's quite rare to actually get singular star systems. So that's kind of weird about it. This is the shit that I want to see in Starfield, is stuff like this where you land on a planet, you see 2 suns. But a lot of these, the stars get so close and they tear themselves apart also. So it's really hard to establish like clean orbits in these. So you can get stuff like this where like stars start eating each other. You usually have a bigger star and a smaller star and they kind of eat each other. Yeah, this is a telescope picture of one, I'm pretty sure. But that's what Sirius is. It's actually a binary star system, so that's pretty cool. And it seems to be a stable-ish one. Yeah, 2 suns, I'm pretty sure, are a lot more common. Because they're easier to detect and see. It's harder to see a lot of singular stuff. So a lot of the bright stars is two or 3 stars. Let's see. I can Google that. I could be talking about ass. Let's Google that. Am I talking out my ass or not? That's the new segment. Am I right or am I wrong? Binary stars more common. Oh, look, I'm not talking about ass. Actually, guys, most stars are binary systems. Perhaps up to 85% of the stars are binary. With some even being triple or even higher multi-star systems. I'm not talking my ass. See, that's what I do. I talk about the shit that I know. That way, I never lie. That's what say. I think. If I don't know something, I say I think, but I never actually anything. I just talk about what I know. Let's see. Let's tap it. Start. Where was the shit? Did I close? I think I closed all my Googles. I need to go back up to Sirius. Sirius star. We can get some more information about this because this is a pretty famous star. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is what they called the North Star. I could be wrong here, but I was wanting to see if it said that. Um, well, we can Google this. Is Sirius star the North Star? No, the North. Oh, Polaris. That's right. I remember that now. Yep, I was talking about us. See, it's Polaris. Polaris is the North Star. Always mix that up. How far away is that? Distance. I think that's supposed. Oh yeah, it's 300 light. So we will not be able to go to that. That's 300 to 400 light years away. That's what that says. So that's probably too far for Starfield. I think I may have been just mixing that up because Sirius is the brightest star, and I knew it had a lot of ancient like shit with it, like facts and stuff. We were saying like the ancient Egyptians thought it was like causing floods and stuff, and it's part of the ancient Romans made it in the part of the calendar, some shit like that here. Um, they must use the name. What do you mean? Like this name, Sirius, or uh, I'm. That's the thing. Like it has its name, but I don't know if they're gonna change it. Like, because they've changed some of the star system names. We can go back to this. This is that other chart. Like they gave like these systems like Zai, Bootis, Cheyenne. They named that. They named 18 Scorpii, Jaffe. Stuff like this that's harder to say. Like I can understand renaming it, but we also don't know what Tau Ceti. Like that's a pretty famous one. Stuff like they shouldn't rename that. I hope they keep that. I hope they keep Wolf 359. Barnard Star they could keep. Like, but I'm afraid that they're going to change some of these to kind of fit the game more. Like a lot of these with random numbers, I understand renaming, but we'll see. I mean, game comes out in 3 days, so. Is there any exoplanets that are Earth-like that are close that they could? Oh, should I click on a satellite? I don't want to click. I want to click on this exoplanet here. Distance. 30 light years. Its planetary system. Let me click on its star here. Is that Gliese? Wait. HP. Gliese 357. Was that in that? There's a lot of Gliese in that. Let's see. Its distance is 30 light years, so that's pretty close. Well, I mean, technically you can't go faster than light, so I don't know if we'll ever develop FTL because there's multiple theories like maybe you can go faster than light, but at the same time, yeah, Mav, just a minute ago we were talking about Tau Ceti. It's 12 light years from Earth, and it has a super Earth. It's a Earth-like planet. It's a super Earth, 12 light years from Earth. It's in the Tau Ceti system. Talked about that in the stream just a minute ago. It's the closest exoplanet that we know of in real life that could support life. So, I mean, it should be in the game. I hope it's in the game, but all the cities that we know about right now in Starfield are on other planets, which that's kind of the disappointing point. They kind of made up other planets just because of instead of actually using the real one. Yeah, Froggy, they would have to have some type of. Oh my, we're about to get so fucking nerdy here. So that's the reason you have space warping stuff is you bend space around you to and you're actually moving space itself to go faster than to get further distances quicker. Instead of actually trying to travel at the speed of light, you bend space around you. You're even fold space, but then that's creating wormholes and shit, and who knows how that works. That seems like it's a lot harder than actually just going towards the speed of light. There's theories that if you go towards the speed of light that time stops because I don't remember why, but it's theorized that time stops if you go past the speed of light, and nothing can go past the speed of light that we know of. So yeah, it's just weird. How Star Trek does it is they create warp bubbles and it kind of bends space around their ship and everything. Dirty time. Anyway, Gliese. Shit, where's this? Was it Gliese 357? Gliese 6. See, it was only 12 light years from Earth, or 18, so it should be Gliese 6664. See, we don't have that system marked out, and that's an Earth or Earth-like exoplanet that's only 18 light years away. Yeah, so it should be around here, but we don't see it. Let's see, 357. Yeah, it's not in that list, so that kind of sucks. That's where I was hoping that they would actually take known Earth-like planets and kind of put those in there, but it doesn't seem like they are. What is this one? This is K29. It is 270 light years, so that's too far. What is this one over here? Yeah, I'm thinking once we perfect fusion, we can start messing around with warp tech. Uh, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I mean, the way Starfield's doing it is called gravity jumping. So, like, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, like, I'm assuming they're talking about maybe bending. Well, I guess. So, if you could generate a gravity force around you, and you could create enough gravity, you could theoretically bend space with gravity, because we see that with like the sun and stuff. The sun it has enough gravity and mass to it that it actually kind of bends space a little bit. And we can see that with black holes. If you look straight at a black hole, you can actually see, like, I guess, like, not straight at it, but like you can see light kind of curve around a black hole. So light is bending around objects. So we know that gravity can bend light and it can bend space. So if you could generate a gravity field or something like that, you could make the space move around your ship. And I'm assuming that's how Starfield's doing it. Holy fucking shit. uh, People in NASA are already finding ways to reduce the amount of energy needed for a Claberry drive? What the fuck is that? Huckleberry metric defines warp drive spacetime. Oh, this is like the legit name of it instead of just Star Trek warp drive. Got it. Yeah, but there's a lot of money needed for that stuff, and I just don't think that Earth, or at least people right now, I mean, NASA barely has a budget to send out fucking satellites nowadays. Like, I don't know if we'll ever get to that point. Especially, Earth will have to be like a collective a planet, like we'd have to be a one planet like government and stuff, and that would have to be our main goal. There'd have to be peace throughout the planet, stuff like that. There's too much politics and war and economics and all that bullshit to go into modern day society that I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, at least in the foreseeable future. Yes, light cannot escape a black hole. But you can, if light is close enough to the edge of the black hole, you can see light bend around the black hole. A photon of light, I should say, if you want to be more technical. Like a single photon of light can pass just on the edge of a black hole before its gravity is so strong that it can't escape the gravity's black hole, and you can see light kind of bend around the black hole. Let's see. Light bending. So here's what I was talking about with a star. This is, let's see, can you all see this? So since the star here is so it has such a mass and gravity here that you can actually see light bending around it. So we see the star is right here, but the real star's position is slightly to the left of that star because we're seeing the light bent around it. And this is the telescope. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you could generate gravity around your ship or whatever it is, you could make space kind of bend around you, and then you would just propel yourself a little bit, and then once you got going, it should like kind of keep itself moving because you'd be bending space and you'd be constantly like almost falling. Again, I'm not a professor. I don't have an astronomy background. I didn't go to school for this. I'm talking out my ass for most of it. This is just shit that I kind of remember, and I'm taking other people's words and remembering it. So grain of salt on all this. Is there any? I'm looking for maybe cool exoplanets that's relatively close. Oh, that's Tau Ceti. We already looked at that one. Looking for these. The green dots are just exoplanets, but they're not. We haven't determined if they're Earth-like. They could just be random exoplanets and shit like that that we don't know about. The orange ones mean that it's an Earth-like planet. 207 light years distance. That's too far for Starfield. So we'll move on. The reason there are so many exoplanets here is because they were doing like, I forgot what telescope it was, but they had a telescope that was like trying to map the night sky in a grid looking for exoplanets. So that's why you have all these in like kind of one location. Um, see, distance. Where's that at? 1,000 light years. That's definitely not in. What about this one? 1,000 light years. That's not in. 2,000. Nope. Let's see. Look, I'm. Oh my goodness! All those fucking letters, bro. I was gonna. Let's turn this off here. Show exoplanets. I was looking for a bright star here, so. Now let's turn it on. Exoplanets. Okay, there's none there. Kepler 1540. Jasper the Starfield. Well, here's why am I trying to do this the hard way? Why don't I just fucking Google Earth-like exoplanets and then we can look at their fucking distances that way instead of actually me trying to look in the night sky and find them. Earth like I can't fucking type exoplanets. Um, Kepler 40. I know there is a couple Keplers that are Earth-like. Distance, does it say? Doesn't seem. Those stars, Kepler 452, should have the distance here. Distance 1,008. Yeah, so that's too far. Earth-like planets, Earth-like exoplanets. How can we narrow this down? All? All, maybe? List of potentially habitable exoplanets. Here we go, Wikipedia. Distance. Short by... wait. Did I fuck this up? It's not... List of... Oh, hold on. No, just... okay, my phone was vibrating over there. I was seeing what that was. Is this not... Is this still Earth-like? Yeah. But... Not... Why is Tau Ceti not on here? It should have been... What was... Tau Ceti was only like 12 light years, wasn't it? Distance 11.9 light years, so it should be... Ross should be right here. That's weird. It's not like... I mean, that's Wikipedia for you, but... Why is it not... Maybe because it's not it's possible, but... Oh, how do you spell it? It's Tau Ceti, Ceti. Tau Ceti. I mean, fucking, it's on the goddamn NASA website that has a super Earth. Discovered 2017. So maybe just Wikipedia hasn't updated, or I don't know. But that's weird. Like, but we can 10 Earth masses. Are these just the ones in the habitable zone, not necessarily Earth-like? Potentially habitable X. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why it's not in here, because these are just the planets that are in the habitable zone, but aren't necessarily Earth-like. But then why wouldn't the other one still be in there? I don't know. There's only a let's see, distance again. So we're looking at a pretty good section here of, I mean, there's like what, 20 systems here that are within 100 light years. Confirmed to be rocky. Confirmed to be rocky. See if we can't find a better source than Wikipedia. The Planetary Society. Why not? But I was wanting to see like distances on it too. I know TRAPPIST, the TRAPPIST system is like another one of the most famous systems that has Earth-like stuff on it or in it. But I think that's really far away. We can Google that. Let's see how far away TRAPPIST is. TRAPPIST 1. Oh, 40 light years. So it's actually not too far away. So this could be in here. Again, let's see. I know NASA had a whole fucking thing on this. Um, TRAPPIST-1b, the innermost planet, is relatively daylight, dayside temperature. Found little evidence of atmosphere though. Take a trip to TRAPPIST. TRAPPIST-1e is a world of swimming in water, perpetual twilight. Its sister planets are gracefully lit up in the sky. So if you were on, this is kind of what NASA's artist rendition of it is. If you were on TRAPPIST-1e and you looked up in the night sky, this would kind of be like maybe what you would see. Ready for launch, Vic. What's up? Here's a, let's see, what does this say on it? Full resolution. Does this say intensity, surface gravity? Yeah, that's not, I was looking to see which one it said was like, because it looks like there's multiple that could support life. Yeah, but I know they're pretty close together. Here, let's go back to... Oh, but that wouldn't show the orbit path. Maybe we can find... TRAPPIST-1 orbit. $146. That's the star. So this is ocean mantle. Let's just say which planet this is. This is TRAPPIST-1e, or is this another one? So I mean, it looks like D and E for sure look like, I mean, just based off this image. Uh, this one looks like more watery, but this one has like clouds on it too. So these two could maybe support life, and it'd be like two sister planets with life on it. These look a little more rocky. Thought there was illustration. I mean, we could watch a Hubble atmosphere. How long is this? 3 minutes?
This telescope has looked for evidence
of... Yeah, let me go back to the start here and let me fix my headset, and we can watch a 3 minute NASA video about TRAPPIST. Got speakers, okay. Shit. See, how do I do that? Give me just a second here. Okay. Trying to figure out how to not play that through. I think this should work.
NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has looked for evidence of atmospheres around several Earth-sized planets in the TRAPPIST-1 system, including 3 that are in the star's habitable zone, where liquid water could exist on the surface. A lot of astronomers and space enthusiasts were very excited by the discovery of the 7 Earth-sized planets of the TRAPPIST-1 system. the planets orbit an ultra-cool dwarf star about 40 light-years away. Scientists have theories about what these planets may be like and whether they could support life, but we won't know for sure until we get more comprehensive observations of this system, including data on the planet's atmospheres. As a planet in the TRAPPIST-1 system passes between us and the star, it blocks out a small portion of the star's light. Telescopes like Hubble can look at changes in specific wavelengths of light, which provide clues to the composition and size of the planet's atmosphere. Hubble observations in May 2016 of TRAPPIST-1b and c showed that these planets do not seem to have thick, puffy, hydrogen-rich atmospheres. This indicates a higher chance that they are rocky, terrestrial planets, rather than many gas giants. Hubble then observed planets D, E, F, and G in December 2016 and January 2017 in near-infrared wavelengths, and the results were similar. Hubble found no sign of thick, puffy, hydrogen-rich atmospheres for any of the 4 planets. The data suggests that there is not this gas giant-like atmosphere for planets D, E, and F, and the data from this round of observations was not as strong for planet G, so while there's no evidence for a thick hydrogen-rich atmosphere on G, the researchers are not yet ruling it out. Planets E, F, and G orbit at distances where temperatures would allow for liquid water, while D is likely a little too hot. Hubble is yet to take observations of planet H, which is outside the system's habitable zone. To summarize, Hubble has not seen evidence of thick hydrogen-rich atmospheres for planets B, C, D, E, and F, and of those 5 planets, E and F are in the habitable zone. Planet G needs more data, and Hubble has not yet looked at planet H. It's worth noting, though, that even the planets outside the habitable zone still might be able to have liquid water somewhere on its surface in certain conditions. It's also worth noting that if any of these planets have high-altitude clouds and hazes, that would block Hubble's ability to detect a thick hydrogen-rich atmosphere, but such an atmosphere is not likely to exist on these planets. Many possibilities remain for what types of atmospheres these planets have, or whether they even have atmospheres. The TRAPPIST-1 planets could have compact atmospheres similar to Mars, Venus, Earth,
jack shit,
or
except there's a
something
planet there.
entirely different. Researchers hope to use Hubble's ultraviolet capabilities to look for evidence of water vapor or methane, and NASA's upcoming James Webb Space Telescope will look in the far infrared to further characterize these atmospheres. Future telescopes also hope to look for hints of whether the planets are habitable and if life could be present. The TRAPPIST-1 system provides the best opportunity we currently have to study Earth-sized exoplanets. Over the next few years, Hubble and other telescopes will work together, each contributing important observations, so for the first time ever, we will have an in-depth understanding of a set of terrestrial planets outside our solar system.
Well, there you go, everybody. So it was what? It was fucking. Let's see, where's it at? So it's E and F are potentially Earth-like, and they're in the habitable zone. G could be a gas planet or something, but F and E are for sure rocky. E has like the strongest signs, I'm pretty sure, for Earth-like. D is maybe Earth-like, but it cannot. It's outside the habitable zone because it's a little hot, so the water could evaporate. But if maybe the star's not as hot there, or it could. Elementary, you learn about this shit in elementary school. How old are you? So D, it would be too hot, so liquid water could be supported there. But maybe they detected the star a little bit wrong. Maybe it's a little bit cooler than they think. So this could have like 3 or 4 Earth-like planets in it that support life. But realistically, it's probably just E, maybe F. I mean, that's still cool. It's like, it's not too far. I believe it was like, what, 18 light years? Let's back up here. Discovered 2017. Distance, 40 light years. 40 light years from Earth. So it's relatively close system, and it has a lot of Earth-like planets. And I don't believe, was TRAPPIST in? See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think it's in the list of known systems. Maybe this guy's chart isn't fully complete, but I'm pretty sure it's close. Yeah, it's not in there. Well, basic plans first in high school. Yeah. Uh, but that's what I'm talking about. Like stuff like that, like the cool systems that are kind of famous that a lot of people know about, or like if you've kind of, or they're more common known uh systems, I should say, because like I guess not everyone's gonna know about it, but the more common known systems that have like cool stuff, like a lot of exoplanets, stuff like that, it's not confirmed to be in the game, and we don't know how they're gonna do that. So I would have liked to have seen more stuff like that where they actually take some real world data that we know and build off that instead of just putting like New Atlantis that we know of is in Alpha Centauri, which Alpha Centauri doesn't have any Earth-like planets that we know about. So they took liberties there, which fine, whatever. But I wish they would have kind of maybe put New Atlantis on Tau Ceti because it's only 12 light years away. It's not Alpha Centauri, but like build it there. Like take some real world information and kind of build off of that. Instead, they kind of, I think it's like picked and choose. Obviously, Alpha Centauri is the most famous star system for a lot of people besides our own solar system. But that's just because it's our closest star. A lot of people have heard about it that way. Uh, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how they do it. I mean, it could be in the game. They could just maybe they rename some random star that's not actually that star. That would kind of annoy me. But yeah. Anyway, we've been going for about an hour and a half talking about stars and shit. I think I'm probably gonna call it. It's fucking 2 o'clock here. Um, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'm probably gonna be doing. I want to start a show like every Wednesday maybe. Uh, so I may do a show like every Wednesday, closer to like 10 o'clock because we don't have any podcasts then on Fun Speculation, so it's a little more free time for me. And yeah, so I think I want to call it maybe like a lore hour. I think that could be fun. Not necessarily have to do with an hour like in length, but just I mean it could be a little shorter, it could be a little longer, it's whatever. It just kind of has a nice little ring to it, I thought. And yeah, I don't know. But this was fun. I like chatting with you guys and learning shit. I mean, this is what I would be like. This is gonna sound super fucking nerdy and shit, but I would have just done this in my own time. So at least I got to do that with someone else. I appreciate that, Poisoned. And then I'll be streaming Starfield when it comes out. What? It's already fucking. Is this Thursday it comes out? Uh, yeah, Thursday 31st. Yeah. But yeah, next year a token talk or more avowed law. JR, what did JR token do? Or avowed law? Oh, you just want me to talk about like medieval shit or something? I don't know. Nerdy shit. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is what I'd kind of do. I just like to learn in my free time. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna call it. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Uh, it's 2 o'clock, and we'll wrap it up. Catch you guys later. Next thing I'll be doing, I may go live Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. But for sure on Thursday. Catch y'all then.